finals. You said
Look,
Boston. Anyway, well,
unfortunately, I think it'll be.
That's
I think it'll be
fine.
Boston Golden State. I think that you can't gamble. You can't like predict unfortunate circumstances. But I just don't see everything coming together perfectly for the Raptors as I want it to. I just don't see it, and I want to, but I don't. And it's been years of me pretending that I see it, and I just can't take that heartbake anymore, man.
Yeah, but I mean that's what
I'm
it
probably
is.
not even gonna watch their playoff games.
But you see the thing
like,
is,
it
it's
hurts.
like, you know what it's like. It's like you're you're with a girl, right?
Yeah.
And she's constantly doing things that are like making you realize like maybe she doesn't really care about me. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
she's kind of fucking up.
Dog, I don't think the Raptors care about
She's
me.
kind of fucking up. But hold on though. But then as you guys go along, she starts to like, you know, she starts to really realize and starts to come around, and she does love you, you know, and she does show you the love. Raptors are showing us the love right now, and they're showing us that they can fucking take it all the way, and you're gonna fucking shit on them, bro.
Yo, this is it. This is what you said. This is what the real analogy is. It's like you're with your girl and she beats you. She hits you all the time, but she apologizes every year at playoff time. I'm sorry, dog. I'll do better next year. Next year comes around, bam, hits you again, beats you. I'm sorry. 5 years of beatings, and now you're like, oh, she got a new hairstyle, so
No.
things change. Her hairstyle doesn't
No.
have the heart.
No.
I'm telling you,
She went to
her
therapy.
hairstyle. Her
She went
hairstyle
to
doesn't want to be
therapy.
there for a
Nah,
year.
bro,
Her
she-
hairstyle wants to play for the Clippers.
She went to therapy. She started getting some new friends. You know what I mean? She got some new friends. You know, she changed up her look a little bit. You know, and I mean, that's what it is now. Like she's a new person. She changed herself.
Maybe this is it. Maybe you stay in the relationship. And I am a Raptor fan, nor will I. But every time she raises her hand to get something out the cupboard, you shut her a bit. Every time she's gonna hit you, right?
Every time you see a game and you see flashes of the old,
I'm just like, my heart. I can't watch this.
you know what? I'm a lover, and I believe that the Raptors are gonna come through for us. But enough of the Raptors. I know how you feel about them. Let's talk about your favorite player of all time.
Michael Jordan.
Why?
Half of it is I grew up watching him. I grew up like idolizing him.
Okay.
He represents like he got so lucky. Right when basketball came on TV, basically he came into the league, right?
Yeah.
Like a couple years later. So basketball wasn't popular, and then it became popular, and he was the face of it. So
Yeah.
he made it popular.
Yeah.
Very lucky. Just like some dudes are getting real popular with social media.
Yeah.
Like Zion Williamson, for example, is coming up at the right time type of thing. So it worked in his favor, but I've still to this day like never seen another player like that, man. You go watch Michael Jordan clips tonight from 1988 and tell me dude doesn't look like he's playing in 2022.
Okay, yes, but you have to also realize that it's like putting a college player with a whole bunch of high school players.
Yeah.
That's literally his athleticism is like what all players are like right now.
Absolutely. Yo, I tell people all the time, Terrence Ross is Michael Jordan. 6'6", 185 when he came to the league. Literally, that was Michael Jordan's measurements. He jumped high, same jumper.
Yeah.
Terrence Ross, if he played back then, would have averaged 32 points a game.
But that's what I mean. So you okay? So
Ross,
so you look at someone like LeBron now.
beast.
LeBron is facing competitors that I feel Michael didn't have to face.
Okay. Well, there's two sides to that argument. I think that,
And then the side that you're gonna probably say is that
Well, you're
there was
wrong.
a lot more violence back then. You could hit people a lot more.
that's not what I'm gonna say.
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say that. No. What I was gonna say is that it's kind of like music, right? Like if you look at like the Beatles, like they're like a classic band.
Okay.
But there's bands now that sound better. Unfortunately.
Okay.
The music sounds better. They
Yeah.
got more instruments. They're in the
Yeah.
studio. They're doing
Yeah.
it. Technology's advanced. They're better. You have more opportunity to be better.
Yes.
Like the Beatles, some of their songs probably sucked when they for their first album that they made on their own with $18 at the recording studio with a banjo and one guitar probably sucked.
Yeah.
Like they were great, but sucked.
Yes.
And Coldplay's first album was probably way better.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you have to kind of rate them on their time,
I hear
right?
you. I
Like
hear
Elvis
you.
Presley wouldn't sell today.
Yeah.
But dog, back then, you know?
I get that.
So you kind of have to rate them on their time, unfortunately.
So
Now, here's my other part of the argument.
let's hear it.
Michael Jordan is one of the few NBA players, one of the first NBA players to actually physically adjust. So he went from 6'6", 185 to 215 because of the brutality that he was facing.
Okay.
He gained weight. He made a physical adjustment. So my belief, and again, I don't think he would have been Michael Jordan if he was born in 1993 and played now, but my belief is that he would have adapted if he kept that competitive nature that he had. Now, the other problem is, if he was born in 1993, he would have no competitive nature whatsoever.
Yeah.
Because it's different than being born in 1963, where you, in North Carolina, you're black. You fight for everything.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he grew up in he was born in 63.
Yeah.
And he grew up in North Carolina.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, that's how white can it be?
Yeah.
As a black person, he fought for everything. So that hard-nosed competitiveness came from there. Obviously, you know, growing up, playing ball in his yard with his brother and whatever. But if you take that competitiveness and you put it in this NBA, you have Russell Westbrook.
So, okay, so
and then you take that and you put it in a 6'6" body with the athleticism of Michael Jordan.
Yeah. So, when I look at Michael Jordan, I do think he's one of the greatest of all time.
He's the greatest of all time.
Okay, let's dissect that a little bit. First of all, how are you looking at Phil in this equation, and how are you looking at the fact that he had a super team with him as well? Because people don't take into consideration he was in the league for a while, and then he won as soon as what happened? As soon as he got into a great team with great coaches and great team members.
Yeah, and it took him 7 years to win a championship, you know. But he started with that team. That team was built around him. He didn't do the whole decision thing that LeBron did.
Yes.
Which I'm not going to knock.
LeBron also got to the finals with
garbage. Absolutely, yeah. But
several times.
Michael Jordan also went against some pretty hefty competition in the Boston Celtics and the Detroit Pistons and the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yes.
And then, you know, like, he didn't lose to, like, Cleveland. He lost to Isaiah Thomas. They won 2 championships in a row.
Yes.
He lost to Larry Bird. They won 3 championships in the year.
But you can say the same thing for LeBron. LeBron came back from
I'm not knocking LeBron at all. All I'm saying is, let's just say we braid them on the same scale. One has 6 and one has 3. And now people don't like that argument.
I don't like that argument at all.
But here's my argument. Michael Jordan.
We're talking about the best player of all time.
Look, first of all, Michael Jordan was better when they didn't win championships. He averaged 37, 8, and 8, and 1.3 blocks. 2-point-something steals. He's the only player in NBA history. Yeah, that's real. Only player. 37 points a game, dog. As a guard. Yeah. Only player in NBA history to win MVP, scoring title, and Defensive Player of the Year in the same season. Nobody does that. Now, he didn't win that way. He changed his game to adapt to a way that it took to win. People are like, LeBron fills the stat sheet. 28 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. When Michael Jordan was doing that, they weren't winning. So he changed his game in a way to win. He had to focus more on defense. He had to pass more, involve his teammates more. He had to, work the offense, play the fucking triangle, and not like whatever. People don't seem to understand that. If Michael Jordan was like, if they were like, Jordan, dog, you want to be considered the best of all time? You got to fill the stat sheet. Don't worry about winning. He would have just filled the stat sheet. He was physically capable of doing that. He did it for a number of seasons, but he decided that winning was more important. The problem is LeBron James has also made that decision. Winning is more important. Now, yes, he's still filling the stat sheet because that's what it takes for him to win. Yeah. But he's not getting the wins. He's got 3, but he doesn't have 6.
He doesn't have 6.
He's got time.
Yeah, he does. I'm okay. The thing about it is that when you look at just the championships alone,
then Jordan's not even the best.
But I mean, like, you have to look at the fact that he didn't have a coach. He didn't have any players.
So look,
let me ask you a question. Do you think Michael Jordan would have gotten any championships if Phil, Scotty, Rodman, Kerr, Tony?
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say 2 things about that. One thing I'm gonna say is LeBron James has to be one of the best basketball minds of all time because he's never had a coach that was experienced ever. The most experienced coach he had was Eric Spoelstra. I think he was in year 3, like ever. That alone is shocking to me. And I'm gonna say this too: Game 1 against the Golden State Warriors in last year's finals, where he had 51 points. I saw the best player I've ever seen. The game they lost with J.R. Smith screwing up.
Yeah.
If they won that game and they won the championship, this would be a lot different of a conversation.
So not based off of that.
But I'll tell you this. It comes down to that one moment, right? Like, Michael Jordan would have won that game. And I'm not wrong. Yes, I can, because I've seen it. I've seen him win that game. It's a different
situation. You're comparing it to the Beatles to fucking...
Look, all I'm saying is that Michael Jordan's will to win was a little bit stronger than LeBron's. Because LeBron's will to play the right game is what got them in that predicament in the first place. He passed the ball. Someone got fouled. That person got to the free throw line. Now, do you think Michael Jordan would have made that good basketball decision to pass the ball? Or do you think Michael Jordan would have taken that shot? Dog, you've seen the shot against Cleveland.
Yes.
You've seen the shot against Utah.
For sure.
You've seen the pass occur. He did make the right decision.
Yes.
You've seen it.
Yes.
Those were to win.
Yes.
He didn't do those because they were the good basketball plays. He did them because he wanted to win. The difference is LeBron is still so programmed in making the good basketball plays that he can't just put his head down and be like,
but the goal is to win, though.
So LeBron needs to put his head down. You've got 48 points. Go to the basket, get a charge. Do that. Don't pass it to some dude who's 1 for 7. And then, I could go on because that ruined his chance at being the man. He put that team on his back, dog. Round 1, round 2, round 3.
Yes.
And then he got there.
But that's
he
what I
got
mean,
right there. And then he didn't. And I can't blame him, and no one's going to blame a guy who got 51 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists. No one's going to blame that guy, but I'm telling you, he knows.
There's no I in team.
There is.
There's no I in team. And I really feel like the quote...
Equipe. E-Q-U-I-P-E. All right? The other thing I'm going to say is, and look, I don't want to knock LeBron. He's my favorite player in the NBA right now. And he's probably my 3rd favorite player of all time. He is known for making people around him better.
Yes.
But how many people has he played with that he has made into an all-star? Because B.J. Armstrong was an all-star when he played with Michael Jordan. Yeah. Dennis Rodman, Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant was an all-star. People always forget that they think those people got there good. They were bad. They weren't good. Something about his... I'm not saying Michael Jordan was like, yo, I'm staying at practice later with you, Horace Grant. I'm going to make you good. No. But when you're around someone who's dope, you become dope, dog. I bet you Drake has 3 friends that are better rappers than everybody else. You know what I mean? Like, you get good around that, and he really had that personality and attitude and that I guess that discipline that made people around him the same way.
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen is great, but without Michael Jordan, I mean, he might just be Thabo Cephalosha.
Wow.
Sorry, Scotty. But I also think the numbers thing, man. LeBron is filling up the stat sheet like crazy.
Yeah.
But that's not the reason we play.
No
one's like,
but it does show.
Win or lose, you make sure you fill that stat sheet. Like, no, dog, win. Especially in the 80s. It was win. That was it.
Yeah.
80s, 90s, win. Now it's a bit different. People are satisfied with losing.
Yeah.
It's shocking.
It's hard to find, though, like, to make, like, being the best player versus being the best teammate or being the best leader on a team are 2 different things.
Yes, you're right.
Right?
LeBron James is a much better teammate and a much better leader.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, if you have that, right? And I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say because
there's I would say like
because
50 not statistics included, but just being a basketball player, LeBron is about 60% of the 100%. Jordan's 40, the other 40. But LeBron is a better teammate, a better leader.
So that means if you have that skill set and you're putting it onto your team, if your team's not giving you those results, how much can it be on you at that point?
It's tough. Look, I don't blame LeBron for any of the losses, dog, but it's the losses. They are, right? If they were wins, we'd be giving them the props. We got to give them the hate when it's a loss.
All right. Let's get into some this or that.
Okay.
So this or that, I say one thing or the other thing. You pick one.
Okay.
Brief description, and then because we've been going for a little while.
Yeah.
So.
Sorry.
But we'll finish off with this. So,
abs or biceps?
Abs.
All right. Any little brief description why over biceps? Just you.
The girls never. Well, that's not true. Girls like biceps too.
Yeah.
Abs are more important, realistically, like for your life.
True.
So that's good. And they like, you know, like I could flex in a picture and it's like, oh, he's showing off his arm. Gross. Raise my shirt in the picture and they love that.
All right. Allen Iverson or Jason Kidd?
Allen Iverson. Jason Kidd was a great point guard, but I feel like almost the whole career where you can't shoot the ball doesn't make any sense to me.
But not
almost. Jason Kidd is actually like top 10 made 3-pointers in NBA history.
Yeah.
But for the first 60% of his career,
I feel like he's really underrated. I feel like he's really underrated. He's one of the most
very underrated. But it's because his stats don't match up, right? He probably averaged a career like 11 points.
Did he go to the finals?
Yeah, he won a championship with Dallas.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But that was like
look. NBA players will tell you, might argue a little more for Jason Kidd, but dog, I grew up in the Iverson era. When dude made every black person get cornrows. Every black person got cornrows because of this man. Jason Kidd didn't make me change my hair.
That's true. Okay. Would you rather be single or in a relationship? What do you prefer more?
I like myself better in a good relationship.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
What's your longest relationship?
Like 3.5 years.
3.5 years.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's that.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess technically 4 because we were still together after I moved, kind of thing.
So is that one?
The one that went on for a while. Oh, hard. Can't even talk about this.
Drake or Kanye? Who do you think is gonna have when they finish off their careers? Both of them finish their careers. Who's gonna have more of an impact on the whole music industry, culture, just in general?
I'm gonna say Drake, just because he's younger, so there's a good chance his career is gonna go longer. So we're on social media a lot, but when we're on virtual media in 8 years or something like that, Kanye's gonna be retired from that. You know what I mean? Or even if he's rapping, we'll be like, we don't care what this 56-year-old is saying anymore.
But you have to look at Kanye from when he started in 2001 until now, to whenever he stops.
Kanye's
versus when.
Do you remember when everybody started like wearing knapsacks, like as a?
Do you remember when everyone started fucking wearing those glasses that had those little lines in them? Oh my fucking! I hate that shit. I hate that shit.
You can't see.
If I see that, I still see that sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god.
You can't see.
You are from Sarnia. You're from.
Yo, much love Sarnia. Don't worry.
I love you guys, but I mean, like, you know.
It's a tough one because Kanye's impact isn't, first of all, lately hasn't been as positive as Drake's impact. There's so much controversy around him. Even when he does good things, there's controversy. Just like the rest of his married into family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I mean, like, you can see Kanye's impact now with, like, the artists that are coming out.
Yeah,
right?
their style and whatnot.
And even Drake, you can see some of Drake's kids right now, too, right?
But the thing is, like, Drake has made white people really like hip hop. Drake is the only artist since Eminem to make white people love hip hop this much. This much.
Well, yeah.
And look, the more people that listen to it, the more chances they branch out and they do listen to a Kanye.
Yeah.
They do listen to a Lil Wayne and a Nas, and then they go back and they listen to old
I feel like white people were introduced to Kanye like back in the day before Drake came out.
Yeah, definitely.
Like Stronger came out, and
but they weren't lining up at. He doesn't have an OVO store they were lining up at. You know what I mean? We got kids listening to Drake. Kids don't listen to Kanye.
But that's
like
also
11-year-olds listen to Drake.
Yeah, that's also speaks to like how streaming is now versus how it was back then. That's
what I'm saying. That's why I said the virtual media thing or whatever the next wave is. Drake's going to be a part of it. Kanye may not.
So okay.
But I for me personally, Kanye. But I think globally, like, and going into the future, Drake.
Yeah. Globally, I think globally is the right word.
Like working with the Raptors is great. The clothing line is great. He's still, the guy's gonna venture into movies. We're gonna be watching OVO TV in 3 years. I'm serious. Like these are all things that I'm sure are on his plate, right?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, dope. So in terms of the best ab exercise, sit-ups or hanging raises? Hanging raises, people. Yeah. So stop doing sit-ups.
Yeah, maybe don't even stop, but don't that's not your main thing. No chance. People are so funny. If you do, let's say you get on the bench, and you just take the bar and you bench it, and it's easy.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh man, I got to do something. I'm not getting results. Then you throw weight on it, and it's hard, and you only get 8.
Yeah.
And you're like, man, this is where it's at.
Yeah.
But you don't do that with your abs. Like, you do 1,000 crunches in a day, but you can't do 10 hanging leg raises.
No, it's true.
How does it make sense to you that you're like, I'm going to avoid that?
Yeah.
Clearly the harder one is the one that's going to give you the most results.
Oh, for sure.
So hanging raises all the time.
People don't really realize that, but
gotta hang.
Gotta hang. Instagram or Snapchat?
Instagram. I already deleted Snapchat.
Ooh.
Snapchat.
That's why he didn't answer to your DM.
Sorry. I deleted it and it still shows up apparently like there, but I don't have it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people were like, "Oh, Snapchat's for kids," and now that Instagram has Instagram stories, there's no.
Just kind of
Snapchat had better filters, but that's not about that life, anyways.
Boobs or butt?
Depends on the season.
What is that? What do you butt for the summer and then boobs for the winter? What?
I'm boobs for the summer, butt for the winter. Because in the wintertime, boobs are hidden.
But so is butts.
Depends how short this jacket is. but I'm saying, like, yeah, when people are outside in the summertime, there's boobs everywhere. It's like, even if you're not a boob guy, you're just like, oh my god, there's boobs everywhere. Like, what do I do? Just everywhere you look, boobs.
Okay, I need to wrap this shit up. So, before we send you off, is there anything else you kind of want to say or kind of let the people know?
All of this has been scripted. He wrote it all. I can't be blamed for anything you didn't like, but the things you liked,
There's a prompter.
the things that you liked, I said them. They were me. Liked, don't liked. Okay, that's how it is.
Perfect.
You know what, man? All I would have said is, I'm all about, like, I like this social media, right? I'm glad you brought up, like, the videos that I make. I don't know where it's gonna lead me. I don't know what's next. I'm gonna keep making, like, funny videos. I'm gonna try to do more trainer mashups.
I think people are gonna really like.
In the new year, I'm gonna try to, really get popping on that IGTV. See if I could be kind of like how Gary Vee started YouTube 10 years ago. And people were like, he had a wine show on YouTube. Now, like, everybody's on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So things that are small, I think it's good to be an early adapter, early adopter
it's important.
And if it doesn't pan out, it doesn't pan out. But like, how much time does it really take? I'm on my phone 18,000 hours a day.
Exactly. Or watching some Netflix shit.
If you don't already follow me on Instagram, at the Yeboah. We're gonna flash it on the screen. Can we do that?
Yeah.
So if I point down?
Yeah.
I point down? Yeah. At the Yeboah. Did you spell it right? Yeah, he spelled it right. Yeah. Leave it here. Mom, I made it. I made it, Mom. Oh, Mom, please don't watch this. Oh my goodness, Mom, don't watch this.
So you can catch Kevin at Catalyst.
I'm at Catalyst Health for personal training. Barry's Boot Camp for group fitness.
Fridays at
4:25, and some Sundays. Check me out when the Yorkville location opens up. I'll have a few more classes for you. Look for that in March, April, in the Yorkville area of Toronto. If you're not from the city and you ever come through, hit me up on Instagram. Let me know. I'll try to get you into my class. Be good to collaborate. I'm always up for collaborating, meeting new people, and like I said to him, man, you might spend an hour talking to someone. If you take one good thing away from it, it was totally worth it.
100%.
Never a waste of time.
100%.
All right, yo.
Thank you, sir. That was awesome. Good job.
We're gonna continue this Jordan LeBron talk.
That was dope. Sweet.
Yes.
Perfect.
Sorry, man, I rambled. I went on. You guys still
No.
Your best topics ever. We talk about Kanye. These are things that are like in my heart, dog.
We did some good stuff, but that was long. Yeah.